All right, 8D.4, our last set of notes for this entire year. I can identify the center and radius by writing the equation of a circle in center radius form using completing the square. Look at that. It's still the same MLO. We're just adding another step to it. Okay? So looking at example 1, use completing the square to find the center and radius of 137 plus 6y equals negative y squared minus x squared minus 24x. The first thing you should notice is this is not in our nice general equation of a circle form. Remember that form is x squared plus, we'll say I just need a letter hx, why not, plus y squared plus ky plus c equals 0. Where h, k, and c are just random numbers. We don't know what those numbers are. Okay? So if you notice this is not equal to that, because our first thing here is it is not set equal to 0. So that's going to be our first step now. Before I can do anything else, I need to set the equation equal to 0. This right side needs to be 0, so I'm going to move everything away off the right side. So I'm going to add y squared because I'm doing the opposite. I'm going to add x squared because I'm doing the opposite. I'm going to add 24x because I'm doing the opposite. For this, I really find it easier to make that line. Okay. Since I added all those to this side, I need to add them all to the other side. Add y squared, add x squared, add 24x. Okay. Now, if we look, right, these are this is all the terms that I need, but they're all out of order. So I'm going to follow this order. I want my x squareds first. Okay, so I'm going to start with my 1x squared. I'm going to cross it out because I've used it already. Then my x's, so I have plus 24x. Again, cross it out because I've used it already. My y squared. Used it already. My y is met from here, that's 6y, and then plus 137. Okay? Equals, all of these are gone on the other side, right? We're setting it equal to 0. Once we do that, now we're exactly where we were before. Step 2. Move the constant to the right side of the equation. So I'm going to subtract 137 from both sides. So I have x squared plus 24x plus y squared plus 6y equals negative 137. Okay. Then, right, our next step, again, following exactly what we've done in our other problems. Do your x terms in parentheses. So I have x squared plus 24x plus the blank plus, right? Then we need our y terms in parentheses. Y squared plus 6y plus blank. Okay. Then, oops. Anything we do to one side, right, we have to do to the other side. So I still have my negative 137 plus my 1 blank plus the blank from the y, right? A blank here and a blank here. So I have to add both of those, right? And that was part of step 4. I'm going to move this up a little bit. Step 5, fill in the blank for x, right? So I had x squared, then I had 24x divided by the 2 boxes equals 12x. So 12x goes in this box and 12x goes in this box. X squared is x times x, x plus 12. 12 times 12 is 144. 144. Okay. Then I have to do the same thing for my y's. y squared, and I have 6y divided by the two boxes. So 3y here and 3y here. Y squared is y times y times positive 3, y times positive 3. 3 times 3 is 9. And 9 goes there. Sorry. So that was step 5, right? In step 6, 5 do not get circled in blue. There we go. And then step 7, we write using the parentheses, right? So I'm going to rewrite my x's with what's on the outside. So I have x plus 12 squared. Rewrite my y's with what's on the outside. Y plus 3 squared equals, and then I just add up all my numbers. Negative 137 plus 144 plus 9. We get 16. Then our last step, our center is what's with x, but change the sign, and what's with y, but change the sign. And then r squared equals 16, square root, r equals 4. So. Okay, so then this one is, again, it's just getting a little longer. I know these are long problems, but it's really just following those same steps. Okay, let's look at example 2. Again, we are going to start by getting rid of all of these. Again, I like drawing that line for the first step. Minus 97, minus 10y, add y squared. So I'm going to subtract 97, subtract 10y, and add y squared. Anything we do to one side, we do to the other. We know all of this is going away, right? We did the opposite. So that side's just going to be 0. I'm going to write all the way over here, though. I want to start with my x squared, then my x, which was minus 6x, then my y, then my y squared, then my y, then minus 97. And I know this is going to equal 0. Okay. Then again, we want to start by moving the constant. So I have x squared minus 6x, right, minus plus y squared minus 10y equals 97. Then rewrite it using the parentheses. Plus blank plus y squared minus 10y plus blank equals 97 plus blank plus blank. All right, I need the blank here and the blank here. Then completing the square. Since I have room up here, x squared, I have negative 6x divided by the two boxes equals negative 3x. Negative 3x, negative 3x. X squared is x times x. X times negative 3, x times negative 3. Negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. So 9 will go in this blank and my first blank on this side. We're going to do the same thing for y. Y squared. Then I have negative 10y divided by two boxes equals negative 5y. Minus 5y, minus 5y. So y times y times negative 5, y times negative 5, Negative 5 times negative 5 is 25. 25 goes in this blank and in this blank. So then we rewrite it using the outside of the box. This is rewritten by x minus 3. This is rewritten by y minus 5. And then we have that equal to, right, all what's over here, 97 plus 9 plus 25. You get 131. So, last step, find our center and our radius. Center, what's with x? What's with y? Okay. Then r squared equals 131. When I take the square root, r equals, if you try and take the square root of 131, we get a decimal, okay? So what that means is I'm just going to leave it as the square root of 131. Okay, so r equals square root 131. Center is 3, 5. That is it. Go ahead and work on your final activity.